actually calling in from the UK to show you this incredible knife sharpener, but it's not just a knife sharpener, it's the Solinge multi-blade knife and tool sharpener. So the item number for this is K55717. Now this is absolutely amazing because whatever knife or tool that you have, a blade, any kind of blade around your house, you can sharpen this, and you don't need any kind of switches, any kind of anything at all. All you need to do is have this one machine, and it is actually going to sharpen anything that you have, like you can see here on the table, from it could be a hunting knife, an axe, all the way down to your potato peeler. It could be your scissors, your knives, your gardening tools. It can even be your pizza cutter. I mean, this is absolutely amazing, and it doesn't care if it's serrated or if it's just a straight blade. It really doesn't mind. It's really, really simple to use as well. So now you don't actually have to remember everything I'm going to say, because you do come with instructions with this, and I'll explain that a little bit later with videos and everything if you need to, but you shouldn't need to. Because on here, what you can see on the actual machine itself, on one side, you've got a sword. On the other side, you actually have, can you see it there? You've got like a pair of scissors. So that tells you exactly what it is, which end it is that you're going to use. Now, your hand is protected at all times. Can you see this here? So I can put my hand in there, because what you're actually going to do is you're going to take whatever it is that you're going to sharpen, and you're going to hold that on a flat surface, like so it's nice and safe. You're going to run that straight over just twice. You don't have to do any more than that. And now that knife that is 20 years old, it has lived through 20 Christmases, 20 of my son's birthdays, and it's still going strong, and I use it virtually every day because it's sharp. Now, I can show you knives, I can show you scissors, but it's all the other little things like the serrated knives and things like that that are amazing. And you can see these blades. Now, these are made of tungsten carbide. Now, that is an incredibly strong product. It's virtually the same as diamond, and that's why this will go through all the different steels that you have. So what I'll do now is just show you something that's a little bit cute. So I actually have a credit card. Now I can take this cucumber and try and cut through there. Nothing's going to happen, nothing at all. But if I take the Solinge sharpener, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, again, see the little sword there, because it's just a straight edge, and I'm just going to pull straight across there like so, and you can hear it. Now this is plastic that this is going through. Now, when I bring back my cucumber, watch this, it cuts straight through there. I mean, how brilliant is that? And if it will do that to plastic, think what it will do to all of these other things, including things like your nail clippers. It could be your favorite nail scissors. It could be something like a pizza cutter. Now, all I'm going to do here, now again, this is just a straight edge. So I'm going to look on here, there's the sword. And all I'm going to do is just take this edge, and I'm just going to run it around like so. Now, obviously, respect this blade, because once it's sharp, it's very, very sharp. But how often do you go to the drawer for a knife, for a pizza cutter, for a pair of scissors, and they're just not sharp? And you end up just putting that in a drawer and you don't use it. But now that is sharp. The other thing too, you get instructions. So you don't have to remember a single thing I've just said. But on the instructions, and this is even better, so on the instructions, there's a little QR code right there. So all you have to do is just have an app on your phone, shoot it straight at that, and it will bring up all the different videos to show you exactly how to use it and what to use it on. But I'm actually going to show you this, because I think this is brilliant. In the past, whenever you've had a serrated knife, usually you cannot sharpen that. You might be able to get it professionally sharpened, but all you're going to do is going to take the sharpener, and you're literally going to hold it, and again, your hand is completely protected, and all you're going to do is run that straight across. Now, I ought to mention the price on this as well, because it is a feature price, so it's at $27.12, and that's on 4 Easy Pay, and there's fewer than 1,400 left. So we did have other colours, but this is the only one that's left. And you will notice that this is red, white and blue. And the reason why that is because it was actually designed by a Parisian chef. And he wanted something that was simple, easy and very quick to actually just sharpen whatever it was that he had in front of him. So he invented this, and this was many, many years ago now, but it means that you and I can sharpen whatever we need, and it doesn't matter if it's a 20-year-old knife, or it could be a hunting knife. It could be a pair of secateurs. It really doesn't matter. But you can see that you've got those floating blades, and they just go in the hills and the valleys right across the top of that blade. And because the blades inside it are actually floating and they're tungsten carbide, they will just sharpen that exactly how you need it to be sharpened. And on the edge there, you can see there was a little block. That's so that you can get any of the burrs off. Oh, that was one of the other colors that we had. But the other thing too, there is a little tiny sharpener that's in the top of it too, and I'll show you that in a second. And that's what you'll see here that people are using for things like your nail clippers, your very small nail scissors, could be a potato peeler. It could be absolutely anything that you just need sharpening. And look, this is the little guy here. This is absolutely brilliant. And it just lives in here, so you can't lose it. And it just lives here, but it does mean that when you're looking at all the different things that you need to sharpen, whether it be your potato peeler, whether it be your nail clippers, or anything, you know, these are like cuticle clippers and things like that. And it has the exact angle, because all I'm doing is just rubbing that straight across there, which is so very, very clever. And then when you actually look at the unit itself, because I mentioned that little area for the burrs, right, so you see here, you've got that there. So what happens is when you actually sharpen something, all the little pieces come off. And if you think about it where you would be, say, for instance, filing your nails, you often see there's little tiny bits and pieces that are spiking up. Well, that's how you get rid of those, which is brilliant. But you can use this in the garden, in the workshop. You can use this absolutely anywhere, in the garage. And I'll give you a little tip, because I am an avid gardener. Now, that is actually the blade out of my lawnmower. Now, we've recently moved, and I have to say our garden is a bit of a challenge. So I got the lawnmower out. This was not sharp enough. It was just ripping the grass. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll get my Solinge. And again, I'm going to look at that. Now, is it a pair of scissors? No, it's not a pair of scissors. Is it more like a sword? Yes, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to have a little look, see if I can find a bit that's particularly bad. There you go, that bit's bad there. And all I'm going to do, again, is I've got the blade is actually just sitting on this board. So it's nice and secure. My hand is actually covered right inside here. So my fingers are protected. And I'll pull that across. And I don't know if you can see, but there's all sorts of funny little bits and pieces that are coming off of it. But you will get a little shine right on there. And once you get that shine, you know that you are done. So with something like that, honestly, I'd probably go across it about 5 times. And then there's just the bolt here that means that you can put it back onto your lawnmower. So you're going to be using this on so many different things around the house. This will fit in the drawer absolutely perfectly. And you can just grab it whenever you need it. Because like I said, it was designed by a chef in Paris. And he was a top chef. But he got so incredibly fed up with grabbing things and they just weren't sharp enough. He didn't have the time. He needs that knife right now. And then all he thought of was, how can I do this? So he used tungsten carbide blades that actually float right across the top. So they kind of grip onto that edge and then just take off that slight bit off the edge in exactly the right angle that you need it to be so that it ends up staying incredibly sharp. I mean, it really is so incredibly clever. And the item number is K55717, and it's the Solinge multi-blade knife and tool sharpener, because it will work on so many different blades. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. And I'm going to go back and show you this because I think this is important. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a little tiny blade. It can even be a cheese knife if you wanted to. Whatever it is. Oh yeah, these ones here. Handmade scissors. My husband bought those for me years ago. Love them. But when I've got these things, I want to keep them. I want to make sure that I have this that I can use time and time again whenever I need to. So I just get my sharpener out of the drawer. I just go once, twice. That is all I have to do. And then it is just like a knife through butter, whatever it is I'm going to cut. And I can cut that very, very finely if I wanted to. But it could be gardening tools. It could be something that you have in the tool shed. It could be an axe. Like, it really doesn't care what it is, as long as it's a blade and it needs sharpening, it will work for you. So here I have a cheese knife. I mean, it's really, really funny that I use this cheese knife ever such a lot. but this does get very, very dull. So all I have to do now is just go straight across there, and you can hear it. And on here, you can see there's all tiny little bits and pieces, and that is how it's actually sharpening it. See, look, it just comes across. You've got the little tiny blades that are in here that are tungsten carbide, and you cannot get this wrong. That's what's so amazing about it. So it's any blade that's in your home, in the shed, in the workshop, it really doesn't matter. And it's on 4 easy pay. Now, we have less than 1,400 of these in stock at the moment. And I personally know that once this stock is gone, it's going to be gone for a while, because obviously it's coming a long way to you. And here in the UK, this is something that everybody uses, because you just pop it straight into a drawer. It stays flat. It's there whenever you need it. And all you have to do is just go straight across, just like so. And it is on 4 easy pay. And today is the last day for the feature price as well of £27.12. Now, I know that coming up next, we have Dawn with her countertop mats. I can't wait to see those, because I love the flip side. So